Hey guys, today we're going to give a review on a childhood classic, Beetlejuice Beetlejuice.
Don't say it a third time.
Let's get into it. Beetlejuice.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Till the End of the Line podcast. I'm your boy Juan G here with
Kika T.
That's right. Today we're going to be reviewing. I've been waiting for this since we found out that it was coming out. Beetlejuice is back. The juice is loose.
Oh God, that's such a cringe phrase that he said. Ugh.
I loved it, dude. I absolutely love that phrase. So yeah, Beetlejuice just came out. It was an excellent film. The kid in me thoroughly enjoyed this film.
Yeah, it was a kid movie for sure, but there was some adult jokes that.
Was it a kid movie though?
A teenager maybe.
Honestly, I didn't see it that way.
No?
I always saw Beetlejuice as like this weird kind of film that really was for kids and adults at the same time.
Well, right. But that's what I was getting to. So there are there's adult humor mixed into this thing.
Okay.
All right, and unless you're an adult, it goes right over your head.
Well, that's what most even kid films, they always slide in adult jokes just because they know adults are in the audience.
To be a kid. This is be I would say 9 to 14 range.
So the tween era, the tween kind of demographic.
Because my 15-year-old, she didn't want to go see it. She's like, nah, I don't want to go see it. I don't like it. I'm like, bro, you're annoying.
That's because she's a 15-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's to your point. But then
I go, okay, did you see the first one? She's like, no. It's like, well, then how do you know you don't like it?
Well, that's why she didn't want to go see it.
But the twins seen it. Okay. And Sophie, my second oldest seen it.
Yeah.
And so they're like, yeah, we want to go see it. So we all went to go see it.
So we saw, there was a family at the theater, and the little girl was dressed like a Beetlejuice costume.
Oh,
she was adorable, and she was probably 7-ish type age.
That's cute.
Yeah. So, like I said, to that fact, yeah, it's a kid. That's why I always said that this is that kind of weird film where it's both for kids and adults at the exact same time, which makes sense to if you're the tween era. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna dive into that. I was excited to go see this and saw it as soon as I could. We were able to see it Saturday.
Yeah. I saw it Sunday.
Yeah. All right, but before that, we got a bit of nerd news to get to.
A bit of nerd news.
Yeah. In today's nerd news, I wanted to start off with. I don't know if this is factual or not. Maybe this might be a rumor, but there's set to be many variants of Reed Richards,
which I'm with it,
will be seen in Fantastic Four. I'm not putting too much stock into that because I don't know how much of Fantastic Four would be even dealing with multiversal travel.
So, to give a little backstory on that, there is this thing called the Council of Reeds.
Yes.
So that exists, and this.
Okay, if you're talking about in that aspect, like a quick scene of Council of Reeds, I
don't think it's gonna be a quick scene. I think it's gonna be gathered intel. Similar to how John Krasinski's, he's the greatest threat to our universe is you, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So he knows that not only from what's happened in their universe, but I'm sure from the Council of Reeds.
That would make sense.
And then this Fantastic Four is supposed to be down the road of superheroes. So they've been around for a while.
Oh yeah, they're well established.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So by that time, when they're well established already and they're doing big things, that's when the Council of Reeds come and play. So it would line up perfectly for this. I would not mind seeing Miles Teller even though I did not like the movie, I'm okay with Miles Teller coming back.
That's different because I don't think Miles Teller did a bad job as Reed Richards. The movie's just written.
I didn't like
horribly.
Storm though. I did not like Storm. I didn't like her version of Storm.
Storm.
I mean, Sue Storm. Sorry, Sue Storm.
Oh, I'm like Storm. What are you talking about? Okay.
Johnny was cool.
I just think he was cool because Michael B. Jordan was playing him.
Always.
Michael B. Jordan's just cold at whatever he does. Yeah. I mean, the guy's fucking ice. That's ironic because he was playing a fire guy. Moving on, it is confirmed Nova is in production.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting because this was kind of like a project that was kind of in limbo We were hearing whispers of it. We didn't know if it was actually going to happen.
So the first time we were supposed to see Nova
was a special presentation, correct?
Negative.
Or no?
He was supposed to be there during the battle of
Gandor, or what's that place? Is that Lord of the Rings that I just mentioned?
Yes. I don't know what you're saying.
No, not Gandalf.
Yes, that's somebody else.
I didn't say Gandalf.
Oh, I don't know what you said.
Andor.
That is Star Wars. Still another universe.
Fucking. Oh yeah, that's
language.
This guy.
Yeah.
Andor.
Fuck. What is it? Where the Nova Corps is at? Xandar.
Yeah. Xandar. See, I was fucking close with the R's. I knew it was something.
So there was a theory thrown, not a theory, like a storyline that they were toying with, where he was gonna come from that when Thanos took the
and destroyed Xandar.
Oh, the words were decimated Xandar.
I mean, splitting hairs there, guy. What's decimated that isn't destroyed?
Decimated is way more. Like, if I destroyed the toilet and then I decimated the toilet, there's a difference.
I don't think there is.
I think there is. Decimated is.
I think
a couple notches higher.
I think you're just talking about fluid and solids. There is what that means. But I don't. Yeah, decimated. I think is just it's a thesaurus word. It means the same shit. Yeah, it's a synonym, dude. I
think it's worse.
Because it's meant to sound worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if I smash a bug and be like, I decimated that bug, it's still I still smashed it. It's still the same shit. If I just called it something else. Either way,
he uses the Power Stone.
Xandar got fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we agree on that?
Yes.
Okay, so that would have been kind of cool. Now, do you think he would have survived Thanos?
That was the idea, that he was like one of those.
He was a lone survivor
of the Nova Corps with the Nova helmet, with all of their power. So that was the kind of idea, and he was supposed to be an Endgame, basically be Captain Marvel's role.
Oh, that would have been tied in a lot better, I think.
No,
him to come in and save the day to basically,
because we hadn't seen a movie of him yet, though.
No, but my point is, if he were in Infinity War at that moment, if they had included, because correct me if I'm wrong, but Russo brothers wanted to put the decimation of Xandar in Infinity War. Yes. So if they let's say that had played and they put that in there and they showed Nova in there,
because the only two times we would have seen Nova, we would have gotten a special presentation or a movie or a show.
It wouldn't hit as hard. You're saying as if he came in for the return.
He came in for Infinity War.
Like, this guy's fucking back guy.
Yeah. I mean, do we know who he is? Yes.
Yeah.
But his importance. At least we saw a Captain Marvel movie that predated that. So it shows that she's been around for a while.
Okay.
And then she doesn't show up in Infinity War, but she shows up in Endgame.
Well, technically she does. She shows up at the end credits.
Yeah, I agree. But
okay.
But we kind of already had a full-on movie, whether people liked the movie or not. I wasn't the biggest fan of the first one.
Of which, I'm sorry? Captain Marvel, correct.
It was okay. But anyways, I
enjoyed it.
At least we got a backstory. She's been around since before S.H.I.E.L.D. was really formed.
For sure.
And she was one of the first.
She was kind of the reason that birthed the S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah,
agreed. So that's what I mean by that.
Okay. Really quick, we had touched on this bit of news when it first broke. But we want to congratulate Olivia Munn on her beating her cancer diagnosis.
That's awesome.
We are huge fans of her. We are incredibly happy that this worked out for her. Early detection is key, guys. Men get checked, women get checked, because early detection saves lives. Yeah. She was able to get ahead of it because of early detection.
And it's crazy, the story. She went live, and the videos are on her IG. Like, she went from month nothing, and then 1 month
it sparked, or
crazy.
It showed up in her results, and I think it's because her doctor, some conversation happened to where they're like, oh well, why don't we check for that, and then it wasn't part of the norm testing,
right? But it went from 1 month of nothing happening, nothing being there,
and then the next month
in one breast, and they're like, he's like, if you have this much in one breast, you definitely have it in the other.
Okay.
Like, and that's where like, all right, let's figure this out. And they went through the whole process. But
so we definitely want to congratulate her. We wish her nothing but the best and wellness. But
sad news though after that.
Well, I did real quick. She did post a video of her breast cancer timeline. So if you guys want to check that out, go to her IG.
That's where Olivia. Like you went month.
Oh
2, 3, 4, 5.
Olivia Munn
6. Boom.
Olivia Munn on Instagram. Check that out. You said a bit of bad news, sad news.
Yeah, an amazing voice actor.
Oh my god,
amazing actor.
This one hit home, man.
I was so sad.
It was so sad. The great James Earl Jones has passed at the age of 93.
6.
No, 93.
Was it 3?
Yeah, okay. 93. He lived a long, plentiful life. He was still doing a bit of acting here and there.
Yeah. And it was about 8 months ago he officially signed off
his rights to Darth Vader.
Darth Vader
right,
voice.
Yeah.
I think for me that was like, that's a little weird. And why would he do that?
No,
I know he was up there in age, but I think maybe that's why. So the legacy lives on, you know?
No, I kind of saw that coming because we're done with the Skywalker saga, so we're not really gonna be seeing Vader too much. I think they just wanted to get that for legal reasons. They just want to own Vader's rights now. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't. Opposed to flashbacks, I don't see Vader being in any other project.
We'll see.
Because, number one, he's dead. So, number two...
I would love a Vader series.
Oh, like Anakin's first years as Vader?
Or just the whole story. Like, everything that happens between...
I mean, his whole story is prequels and...
Yeah, but everything that happens between...
Sequels.
3 and 5... 3 and... Before Luke becomes Luke.
That's what I'm saying. So, his formative years, his first years as Vader...
That's years, because Luke's 20-something years old. That's what I'm saying. So it's like 3 decades, 2 to 3 decades.
Because we see him plentiful during the 3 years. But
that
4,
takes
5,
place
6.
within like
I'm talking about give us after episode 3 and in between episode 4.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That like 30
and that
years
area is that is that long.
Yeah, because Luke's went from being born to now being a full blown adult.
That's true. So. We did hear a bit of news that was immediately debunked, but they tried saying that Sony was scraps most of Spider-Man Beyond the Verse work, delays release to 2027, and then the composer was like,
fake
guys, news. That's fake news. We don't know if Trump's behind that or not, but that is completely false. He goes, internet be lying. He
literally said, internet be lying. Yeah,
yeah.
Hilarious.
He's like, we've been on that shit. Mm-hmm. Like, we're almost damn near done rapping.
That's good.
Oh, I forgot to. Sorry. Shuri's messaging me. I'm sorry. I'll be right with you, Shuri. Why isn't that working? Why? Okay. Anywho, other news. Speaking of childhood classics, The Goonies is set for a sequel.
I saw that.
After 40 years, goddamn, I feel old. With the original cast.
Well, you're not 40 yet. So.
To be fair, Goonies came out when I was like born. So,
yeah. So, with that, like, there's movies that we grew up on that came out 10, maybe 15 years before we did.
Oh, for sure.
Because we didn't have streaming services, you youngins, we weren't as lucky as you guys to have a library of movies.
We had to go to this thing called Blockbuster, aka Video Star.
Hollywood Videos.
Hope that thing was behind the picture of it. If it wasn't, we were at that return box like, is it in there? But yeah, Goonies, arguably one of the greatest cult classics. And
well, there's so many.
Yeah, but as like Goonies goes hard, dude. Like there's so many. Like and correct me if I'm wrong, but most of the actors in it are still acting.
Are they really?
Yeah, I mean, look, you got what's his name? I forget his actual name. He played Obi in Loki.
Oh, the Chinito.
Yeah, he was in Goonies.
That's right.
What's his name from? He was just in Stranger Things as the boyfriend who got mauled by the Demogorgons.
Oh yeah.
He was like the VR guy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The like Wiz. Yeah, I think some of them. I know some of them aren't acting anymore. For the most part. And then we also have Josh Brolin turns down the role of Hal Jordan.
I'm happy about that.
In DC's Lantern series. I read that and was like, my man's loyal to Marvel. All right.
Hell yeah.
Because he did 2 roles in Marvel and he turned down 1 DC role.
I wouldn't mind him coming back as Cable.
Yeah, right.
If he hangs
I thought that was what was going to happen in Deadpool and Wolverine, but it didn't.
You thought?
Yeah. Real quick, for you Harry Potter fans, the TV show begins casting calls to discover new Harry, Ron, and Hermione. I don't know about you, sir, but I'm down to recover that show. Because
what is the time period that this is?
I want to say that they're going to be they're going to be showing more day-to-day life of Hogwarts. It was my understanding when this first broke that they were going to be focusing on Hogwarts itself, not Harry's story. Maybe that's still true, and these characters will just be sporadically in the series.
Okay.
Because they're still going to be covering... I mean, they were still at Hogwarts, you know what I mean? So if you're covering Hogwarts, you're likely to see these characters.
Yeah.
They're always getting shit. So yeah, but I'm down to cover that because the misses got me deep into Harry Potter. Yeah. I wasn't a fan of it when they were out.
Dude, Sandy is not a Harry Potter fan either.
For shame, Sandy.
I make Harry Potter references all the time. She's like, I've never watched them. I was like,
how do you
watched a couple of them?
Dude, not all how of them. Have you not strapped her to a chair and played them all for her?
Let's watch them. I was like, I don't really want to.
Dude, that's how I was. And then she put one on, and after that, I was like, I love this.
I don't know. I love movies. So
I was hooked when that wasn't the first movie. When Harry and Ron smash into the wall trying to go into platform 9 3/4.
Yeah.
And Dobby sealed it.
It's the second one.
And they're like, wham! God damn it. That's still, I die laughing every time I see that
Was
shit.
it the second one or the third one? No, it is the second. It's the second one.
It's, Chamber of Secrets because Dobby was stopping them from going over there. We are nerds.
Sorcerer's Stone's the first one.
Yeah.
You're right.
And then here's another rumor about Tom Cruise has agreed to play Iron Man variant in Avengers.
I fucking hope so.
So here's my thing. This was always speculation that Tom Cruise would play a variant of Iron Man. I'm glad it hasn't been done until now because RDJ is Doom. Now I'm okay with you bringing another actor playing Iron Man.
Okay.
I'm okay with Tom Cruise playing a variant. I'm okay with that now because RDJ is now playing a second character.
Okay.
So we don't have that possibility of just bring back RDJ as Iron Man. He's the greatest. Yeah, but
you don't think he'll play both? I think we will.
No, I feel like that's cheating a bit.
The guy got $80 million. He better.
But still, it's if you're gonna do one, don't.
Okay, so hear me out. Bring back.
He's not a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
All right, hear me out. How about we bring back all the people that have played Doom before?
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Bring them back. The ones that played Doom from the first 2 Fantastic Four movies, and then the other one
from the Fox one.
Well, both of them are Fox, but either way, the Miles Teller one, and then
the bad one.
Yeah, the bad one, and have them play Tony Stark variants.
Oh, I so love that. I so love that. Just like as a bit of like, RDJ.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I like that. I like that, but that belongs in a Deadpool movie.
True.
Because that's comedy.
Yeah. Or
that's not. Or right.
Because she breaks the fourth wall. She'd be like, "Does no one see this?"
Yeah, she goes.
Doom's in another.
What's happening here? Is it opposite multiverse here?
I can tell you, I said it before, and I can't wait to see this. I want to see fucking
She-Hulk and Deadpool interact, dude.
Yeah, and break the fourth wall together.
So, you can do that too?
Yeah. Proposal, right?
That was so dumb. But yeah, so I'm okay with that now. But before that, I wasn't down for it.
But you were okay with John Krasinski playing Reed?
Yeah.
And then now, knowing he's not going to be Reed.
No, you want him back? I wanted him to always play Reed Richards.
Right. I mean,
not when they cast a Pedro Pascal, I was bummed. I wanted John Krasinski back. Anyway, I want to rattle these three off because I want to dive into Beetlejuice. Moon Knight will reportedly have a big role in Avengers Secret Wars. Exciting about that.
Yes.
And now the X-Men movies in the MCU are going to kind of substitute what the Avengers movies were. Yes. So instead of more Avengers movies to like collab or to bring in all these movies to tie them in, they're not going to be X-Men.
And they said there's still going to be Avenger movies.
Right, but these will be more frequent like the Avengers movies were, is what I'm assuming.
So this is what I'm thinking. It's going to be like team-up movies. So this one's called Avengers. There's Age of Ultron, Secret Wars. This one could be like Avengers Civil War 2. Avengers, whatever. Or X-Men versus... I think...
Do you think we're going to get... That was going to be my next question. Do you think we're going to get an Avengers versus X-Men?
I say by 2030 we'll get it.
If that's not the first Avengers movie, I'm going to be pissed. Into the Mutant Saga?
No, I don't want it to be.
I'm going to be bummed. Why?
I want to get like 4 or 5 X-Men related movies.
First?
Hell yeah. Build this team of X-Men up. Build this new team.
You don't... Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? So that way we're invested into this X-Men. Now we're like, oh my God, I'm torn. Why the fuck are the X-Men and Avengers fighting?
That's a fair point.
You know what I mean? That's why I said that's 6 years from now, 2030. So make it happen.
Okay, so that is a rumor still. That's not set in stone. Feige hasn't told me if we're doing that yet. And then,
Can we call him?
Shoot, I don't. I think he's busy. He might be busy. I think he told me he had a meeting today.
Right.
So the Mutant Saga, this is another rumor that the Mutant Saga will begin in 2028 and the Multiverse Saga will end in 2027.
Yeah.
Sounds about right, since we've already kind of kicked off the mutant race with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like that's
it kicked off earlier, but yeah.
Right, but not as hard as like
seeing
multiple mutants before we just got teased of them. So that is nerd news. Boom. So we are getting into Beetlejuice, which is why I'm rocking this one. I don't have any Beetlejuice merch, unfortunately. Shame on me. But the great Michael Keaton, the Keats, is that what to call him?
Keats.
Yeah. He was, of course, the first Batman. Not the first, Adam West was. But he was my first Batman.
Okay, mine too.
Yeah. So I gotta represent Batman. He's Batman. Beetlejuice, loved it. I thought it was really fun. Didn't blow me away, but I thought it was a really good movie.
I agree. It did not blow me away.
Now, before we dive into Beetlejuice, I did want to talk about, as you said, our childhood classic.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice. First came out, kind of your classic. Well, I don't know if you could say classic yet, because Tim Burton was kind of just making the scene.
What we know as classic Tim Burton,
right? Yeah,
but
so
I think
this was a very new
pioneer to
film, dude, for sure.
Not pioneer, but like
I think pioneer's
right. To his identity.
Yeah, but I would say pioneer into this way of filming. The oddball way of filming that we see in some movies.
Okay, well,
nobody does it like him.
Right.
But the very obscure film, the very out of the box kind of filming, or movie, you're, you know, I don't really, you can't really compare.
I'm surprised Johnny Depp wasn't in this fucking movie, in the first one.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Was Edward Scissorhands a Tim Burton movie? It was, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. All right, so.
Almost every movie Johnny Depp has done has been a Tim Burton movie.
It's like that's his kid or something. Like
they work from together. Obviously, Tim Burton. I know Pirates of the Caribbean, Taking Lives. There's a lot of Johnny Depp movies.
Yeah, for sure. But Johnny Depp.
Lives. Teresa's. Yeah.
Yeah, he does star in a few Tim Burton movies. I think it's because Johnny Depp naturally is just like a Tim Burton character. You know what I mean? Like the way he presents himself. We're not talking about fucking Edward Scissorhands. We're talking about Beetlejuice. So, Beetlejuice, it came out. Can you tell us the year that Beetlejuice first came out?
Yes, it came out in 88.
1988. Your boy was not even on this earth.
Nope,
I was 2 years old.
I was in the nutsack right at that
I was in diapers with the bottle in my mouth. This guy was still in his
holding the bottle like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Rocking it. And my wife was shoving out. But yeah, so that came out. Definitely one of my childhood. I mean, rewind
every
play,
Halloween,
rewind play.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. A Halloween film, dude. For
Put that VHS in and let's go.
Yeah, kids. VHS is the square things that we used to watch movies from.
Do you ever have to rewind with a fucking butter knife?
You ever get one tangled up?
No, thank God. No. I never opened that little
thing. VCR ever eat one?
No, I got lucky.
You fuck off, dude.
Yeah. It happens to my cousins all the time. I'm like,
you didn't live the life, my man. You weren't watching them enough. Because my shit was. You ever have the dual VHS player?
What do you mean?
Where it's two in there?
No.
What?
What would you need that for, though?
Record. Copy. Blockbuster rent. That was the burning back then.
That was the live wire. Yeah.
That was the live wire, man. We put it in there and then we record the bottom.
No, I never did that.
Yeah, my dad had that.
We would
double decker.
We had a DVD
VHS combo. Those are big.
I had that.
Those are big.
And then we also had a recorder VHS where you can record TV onto a VHS.
Well, that was most of.
Was it?
Yeah, I think all VHSs did that. Yeah.
So you collect DVDs and Blu-rays and all that.
I do.
I do too. And that stemmed from my mother. My mother have always collected them. So I guess I never really had to burn them because we would like rent them if we liked them. Then we'd go to the store and buy them like whenever we can afford it.
Oh, so people have money.
No, we have money.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. No.
we bought the.
You just invested in movies. That's all. Yeah, for sure. I get it. So yeah, that was definitely one that I watched a lot. I like the oddball style of it, the claymation. Well, this is the 80s, so CGI wasn't big, but the claymation style at certain aspects.
Which we get a throwback to it in this movie.
I was going to touch on that, but before we dive any more into it, stone ratings on the first Beetlejuice film.
Honestly, I preferred this one over the second. So I would.
Well, that's true with most classic films that get a sequel.
I would say
it's more just like stroll down memory lane kind of type of movie.
I miss the couple that were in them in the first one.
Yeah, Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I always had a crush on Gina Davis when I was younger. For some
I couldn't do it, dude.
Yeah,
couldn't do it. I was never on that train.
I always thought she was when I was younger, like Stuart Little's mom. I'm with it. Back in the day,
she was Stuart Little's mom.
I just had a crush on her. I don't know why. Now I grew out of that, obviously.
I will give it to this. Gina Davis did age pretty well. I'll give her that.
Have you seen her recently?
Well, no. I mean, now she's. You might see her in memoriam soon. You know what I mean? But like, goddamn, her in memoriam, like fucking.
Oh yeah.
So
5 out of 6 stones.
Sure. Really, the first one.
I loved.
The first. I'm sorry, the first one. The first one. Yes. I'm gonna be right there with you. 5 out of 6 for the first one for me. It was fantastic. It was new.
Yeah, and it meant so much to me. It was like I have so many childhood memories of watching it with my cousins, or did I watch it with Bobby? I don't really know. If I
think I went as Beetlejuice for Halloween. I'm like 90% sure I did. I think I had the little suit and stuff and the gray hair. Green hair. Sorry.
Yeah, I would love to do it. I haven't dressed up that crazy.
My cousin, shout out my cousin Joel and his wife. I remember for a Halloween, I went to a club with them in the North Side, and him. So my cousin and his wife are huge into Halloween, and they love dressing up.
Okay.
He went as they both went as Beetlejuice and what's her name? The character, Winona Ryder's character.
Why am I blanking on her fucking name? Lydia.
He went as Beetlejuice and Lydia in their marriage suits. He went in the burgundy tux, and she was in the red dress, and they won the costume contest.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, dude, it was sick. But he loves going all out. He went all out for like as It one year. So shout out him. You better be watching.
It as in Pennywise.
Pennywise.
Okay.
What other It do you know?
Cousin It.
Oh, fair point. All right, touche.
Because we were doing like spooky stuff, so
yeah, I get that.
My mind went there first.
No, he would more go as Gomez in that situation.
I'd love to do that with Sandy one day.
Gomez and Morticia. Yeah, she's got the frame for Morticia, so I would definitely do that. So, anyway,
you would shave the beard and go down.
I can't. She won't let me.
Oh, nice.
No, she'll kill me, dude. Divorce. She like divorce papers. No, so. But yeah, dude, that film was always just, it was awesome to see, just the spooky. But what I liked about it is it was spooky, but it was funny spooky. It wasn't your jump to scare you. It was more like that's funny, but it's gross looking.
Yeah.
But Michael Keaton murdered this role, dude. He embodied Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's one of his most iconic characters after Batman. I think Batman and Beetlejuice are his two well-known characters.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else where he would be more.
Here's something that's going to blow your mind and almost knocked me out of my chair when I found this out. Because I've been watching a lot of interviews with Michael Keaton and the cast of Beetlejuice. Yeah. Beetlejuice, the character, has a runtime of like 17 minutes in the first movie. He's only in the film for 17 minutes.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
The main character, his name is the movie, is only in the movie for 17 minutes. Well, how long is the runtime? An hour and change?
An hour and 44 minutes.
An hour and 44 minutes.
Oh, I lied. That's the second one.
The second one?
The first one is an hour and 32.
All right. Well, even still, hour 32, an hour and 44. Runtime of 17 minutes. That blew my mind. I'm like, how the fuck did I not notice that?
Yeah, because they talk about him and they're evading him. And
yeah.
Because, like,
he's only in, like, real quick scene. And then that brings us to Beetlejuice with when him and Tim Burton sat down to talk about this film, Beetlejuice being made, he goes, listen, if we do it, we got to do it the same way. I don't want to be in this film longer than I was in the first one. He's like, I'll go maybe a minute longer, but that's it. He's like, we got to stay true to it. And then one thing I was nervous about, and I told my wife as we were sitting in the theater, and literally the song was coming up and the credits were rolling of like who's in the film.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hope they don't give me too good of CGI. Right, babe? Didn't I tell you that? I'm like, I hope they keep it like old school, kind of like with the claymation style.
Yeah.
And sure enough, they did. And I was so happy. Because I tell you what, if the CGI was too well done, it would have dropped it down to 3 stones.
Yeah.
I would have been like, nah, dude, I can't do it. Can't do it. That's not Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
And that was another thing that Michael Keaton said.
Okay.
He's like, we got to keep it practical like we had back then.
Right. Don't try to overdo it.
Yeah.
And that's where where there's that huge gap between the first movie and they're trying to bring back the sequel and bring back hype. Sometimes they just go too hard.
They go too modern.
Yeah,
they go too modern with it.
And they miss.
Yeah, dude.
So bad.
Yeah, and that's what Beetlejuice did right. They kept it true. Yeah, Tim Burton's never about computers.
Yeah, CGI.
He's practical. And then Michael Keaton was talking about like he goes, "There's something great about seeing somebody huddled in a corner pulling on like some string and stuff, and like you see a little baby or whatever moving across, or something floating." And he's like, "There's something great about that." And that's the movie experience. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
and that might have to do with his age and stuff like that, but still, I loved seeing that style still in this movie. So I mean, let's break down this movie a little bit. Beetlejuice is about, now before we talk about this, because this film is about the father passing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that actor actually passed?
No,
he's not dead.
No, so he just do a quick Google search. He had a little bit of running in with the law.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so he's not relevant anymore.
Is that why he's not
kind of dropped off? Yeah.
That's why he's not in Hollywood no more?
Yeah.
What was the run-in? Do you know? Like something
crazy? I don't.
You don't know what it is?
No.
Okay.
You're talking about Jeffrey Jones, right?
Yeah, the one who played the dad.
Yeah.
I thought he died in real life, and that's why he wasn't in this.
He definitely did not. He's just not.
He looks like a guy who would get running with the law. I always saw him as like, you're sketchy, dude. You're sus. Anyway.
I mean, he's up there in age.
He is, but so is Kath. What's her name? The mom? Catherine O'Hara? I believe is her name?
Maybe.
I believe that's her.
Yeah, Catherine O'Hara.
Ha! In your face, camera. You're always making me forget actor's name. Because she's up there in age, and she's in this film, and fucking look who else was in it? Green Goblin. What's the actor's name?
Oh, William Dafoe.
William Dafoe is in there.
So when we went to go see it, what's it called? Because if we go all 6 of us, then we all sit next together. But if it's just 5 of us, and like, because I told you, my oldest,
the seats are like coupled.
Yeah, my oldest didn't want to go. I was like, I usually sit alone, and I let one of the kids sit with Sandy. So just so happened, I sat all the way on my own, and then I had Isaiah and Sophia next to me, and then Mia and Sandy sat. But Mia wanted to sit over there, so Sandy had to sit over there. So we sat far from each other, and so we were texting each other through the movie or whatever. And she's like, do I know that guy? Wasn't he in a Spider-Man movie? I'm like, yeah, that's Green Goblin. That's Willem Dafoe. And she's like, and he looked familiar. I was like, well, I'm happy that she at least recognized who he was. But it's so funny because like she's not the movie head that me and you are. Well,
I'm married one too. She's like, isn't that this person? I'm like, not even close. I'm like, yeah, that's no.
Yeah, because I just like, how do you remember all their names? I was like, I do this now for a pastime. Like, we do this but at the same time, I've always had just good knowledge of just memorizing actors for some reason.
Movies has just been a passion of mine, so I look into like, that I like that actor. I've seen this person.
Who's that?
So
where have I seen them before?
So I make an effort to learn their name because I'm like, I like them in this and this and this.
But yeah, it was just funny.
So she recognized Green Goblin, but couldn't place it.
She's like, I know him. Where's he from? Is he Spider-Man movie? I was like, yes.
Imagine coming out to Green Goblin like, I know you from somewhere.
Dude, I would imagine she's walked by probably because Sandy kind of always gets in lucky situations where she like is put in a position to like meet someone popular and then she just doesn't realize it's there.
That is such a waste.
And I feel like she probably have walked by so many celebrities that she's like, I don't even know who that person is.
She was behind Tom Holland in the store.
I'm sure she'd recognize Tom Holland
because he's a cutie.
Yeah, but I mean, the only person I think she would definitely catch and like spot out in a crowd would be like Jason Momoa because she's like in love with him.
What woman isn't?
You too?
No, her mom, my mother-in-law, will drop kick us to get to Jason Momoa.
But anyways, back to the movie.
Yeah. So this movie is about the father, Lydia's dad, dies in this weird accident, and since the actor is the reason I asked is because the actor is not in this film.
Yeah.
And when he dies, the mom is explaining his death, and they cut to this claymation style animation about how he dies, and he dies in a plane crash. And then she's like, "Oh my god, he died in a plane crash." She's like, "No, he survived the plane crash in the ocean by hanging onto the wing of the plane by floating, and then a shark ate him." And then it's just like, and the shark conveniently ate the head part, so he's just walking down in purgatory with like just a shark bite here, and then
the whole body, the rest of the body's still there.
Half torso, legs. You see a shoulder bone like here. And then talking through, I'm guessing the windpipe is what was squirting out blood and stuff. And how are you enunciating through a windpipe? Because we heard what he was saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's like, "Do you know what I'm supposed to be?" Like, "My God, you don't have a tongue. You're not supposed to be able to do that."
Yeah, I don't know how.
We should have just been hearing. But the blood, that's it.
Yeah.
But, it's Tim Burton. So,
agreed.
We forgive and we go along. We just wrote it. We wrote along with it. So, he dies, and then that gets Lydia, and Lydia has a daughter now.
Yep.
Played by the great Jenna Ortega.
I don't know if she's the great.
Dude, she's great in my book. Oh my God.
Anyways.
I'm just saying I might lose.
Asterisk.
I'm just saying I might lose my wedding ring if I ever see Jenna Ortega in person.
You would use that as a hall pass?
You wouldn't?
No.
Jenna Ortega? She's gorgeous.
She's pretty, or she's beautiful. I just don't.
Becky G and Jenna Ortega, my two Latinas hall passes.
Really? Becky G, okay. I wouldn't be mad if you did that.
And your boy's got a shot, because I'm going to go see her for my birthday.
Anyways.
So if I'm divorced after this episode,
bro, you know those.
No, I was kidding. I would legit probably just like just freeze up at Becky G.
Yeah,
I blacked out. What happened? She left. Oh fuck!
He faints and you have to take him away in the hospital. No,
no, I'm not fainting. I'm just
like how I was with Sweet.
Yeah.
With who?
John Francis Daly. When we met him, she has a huge lady boner for Sweets, dude. She's. I had to talk for her. I'm like, "You're her favorite character," and she's like, just.
Oh no!
She was straight up just fangirling.
I'm fucking dead.
Yeah. So that it'd be opposite. Like, "You're his favorite artist," and I'd be like, "I love you."
I'm fucking dead.
No, but yeah, dude, I think she's awesome, and she's a great actress, dude. She's good at her craft, what she's doing.
Yes, I agree. She's a great actress. I think she's going to be.
I hope she's around like Salma Hayek throws around.
I don't know if she'll be around that long, but Salma Hayek doesn't really have any like. She has good movies, but it's her looks that get her a lot of these movies. Unfortunately, you know what I mean.
You don't think she's a good actress?
She's a B-list actress for me. She's not top. She's not up there.
All right, I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
Her looks helped, but part of the reason with Eternals and she loved that role is because she wasn't sexualized. So she's like
she was covered up for the most part.
She pushed to not be sexualized anymore. So a lot of her roles, and that's why she does so good in the Adam Sandler movies, the big grown-ups movies, because she's not sexualized in those either.
Yeah, she's a mom. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So I like that newer version of her. But yeah, all of her other roles were really sexualized. Desperado. Come on,
I mean, have you seen how she's built?
I mean, yes, I agree.
I'm sorry, if I was a woman and I had huge boobs, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, don't sexualize me." I'm like, "Hey, money's right here. Let's go."
It's like Sydney Sweeney. She's like,
yeah,
she's putting her shit all there.
She's a gorgeous woman,
but she wants
top-notch body.
Scenes. She wants to do all that stuff, and I'm like, I guess.
How about you stack up the millions, but showing off the tatas, and then when you get when the age starts taking an effect, because you white, so them things ain't hanging that long, okay? And then that's when you get your Meryl Streep on. You know what I'm saying? Like, be realistic, dude.
Guess.
I always said, dude, if I was hung like a horse, I'd probably be doing porn. I wouldn't be working FedEx. I'd probably just be that.
But I wouldn't have had kids. If I go down that I would.
You might have had more than you wanted.
Okay, fair boy.
You might be Nick Cannoning out here, fucking 11 children. But all right, so
I don't know.
So
anyways,
he dies. That gets them back to the house.
Yes.
And then we find out throughout the movie that Lydia's ex-husband. Yeah, they were married. Or Astrid's father died.
Yeah,
and it kind of built a wall. Well, yeah, but it built a wall between her and Lydia.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so much so she kind of like hated her mom and had her as alleged mom in her phone.
Alleged mom, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what? How does that work?
That's fucking hilarious.
But I would have more put supposed mom, like not alleged, because alleged means there's some doubt there, but like supposed
dude,
means
that's how these teenagers are, dude. I live with a 15-year-old, and oh my god, it's so.
And she was. Jenna Ortega is playing like a 16-year-old in this, correct?
She's in a boarding school. She's in high school, at least. I think
she's in the high school because
I would put her maybe senior.
Because she even says that like, oh, it's her first boy that she's talking to and this and that. So she's got to be like 16ish.
You think so?
I would imagine, yeah. Anyway, so it gets them back to the house. They're planning this whole funeral, and the mom's milking it for like publicity for herself. Oh yeah, and she like art.
Went away from the sculptures and did like more crazier art as an artist now.
Yeah, so like more abstract art. Well, no, her art was always abstract, but not, less sculpting, more like thoughtful art.
Yeah, and like this photography.
I'm painted along graffiti. This represents this nonsense. Bullshit. Yeah.
So,
look at the straw.
We like see she donated the like.
Oh yeah, that weird hand thing that like,
it looks
that
like the thing them. From fucking Aliens.
Yeah,
the crawlers.
Yeah, it grabbed the one that it grabbed them in the first
in
film,
the movies.
right?
And
it does.
Them. Yeah.
That's
so they see one in front of the school.
That's
and then
one out school.
Yeah, and then one outside of the house though.
There's still one there.
Yeah,
interesting. I didn't catch that. Okay. So so then they get back there, and then Astrid's doing her little like rebelling, and like can't stand to be there.
Yeah,
winds up meeting this boy. Really hits it off.
Yeah.
I started feeling something was sus when she went inside, and the way we met the parents.
Yes,
I was like,
"That's weird.
Something's weird here. Yeah. Something's going on. The beetle might be juiced in here. I don't know what's going on here."
Wow, he tried hard.
Yeah, dude, the beetle might be juiced in here. I don't get it.
Thing. Yeah. Don't make it a thing.
Because you can't say the juicing might be loose in here. That don't make sense.
You could just be like, it doesn't smell right in here. Like, something simple.
Yeah, I was trying to bring in Beetlejuice to it. Anyway, so, yeah, it was just really sus. It's like, because we met the parents. And then, because we met them and we wouldn't see their face.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like weird the way they went about it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, something's going on there. And then right away, the wife, who always fucking sniffs shit out, was like, they're dead. I was like, you think so? You think they're dead?
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, interesting. And then I'm like, oh, you think he's living there with his dead parents? And then fast forward the movie a little bit, and then finds out, or she winds up liking him. They kiss, and then they're floating.
Yeah.
And he's a ghost. Twist.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did do that in Casper. I thought I saw that somewhere before. Yeah. So then... He's a ghost, and he says that he died falling out of a tree, which isn't a lie.
Yeah, it's not a lie.
But he said he just didn't tell the whole truth on that one. And then he's like, "Hey, listen, you can bring me back." And there's a bunch of ways. He kind of in a way Beetlejuiced it with like, "Hey, if you can help bring me back," but I don't think he said marry her. No. Marry him. He just said you can help me.
Yeah.
And he's like,
hey, her for sure.
Yeah, he's like, your mom might tell you 100 ways not to do this, but I can give you one. Meet your dad. Right there, she's on the hook. Which is some dick stuff to do, dude. That's some savagery right there. Like, to play with her dead father's emotions, dude.
Well, play with
emotional damage, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucked.
Yeah, that was shitty. Dude. Yeah, and then like, when he's like, "Oh, I found this book in a garage sale," I was like,
The first time he said that, he said he found it in an antique shop.
Oh yeah, I was like, that's sus. He's definitely dead.
Because that is the book of the dead, right?
Yeah, that's the book they get when they die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the manual. So then, oh fuck, I didn't even peep that the first time.
That's when I noticed that he was sus. I'm like, he's dead. And then I was like, well, maybe the parents.
But you didn't see that as maybe they got it from that house.
No,
because that's not a book that can leave and just go into a bookstore, right?
No, it can't. You get it.
It has to stay with that person, no?
It doesn't stay with the person, but only people that are dead can technically see it, and unless you meet another spirit that shares it with you. But it's not a book.
Oh, is that why Lydia and Asher can see it? Because they can see the dead?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I didn't realize that. Okay, I like that. All right. So then he says that he can help her by taking her to see her dad, and he takes her into... Is it limbo or is it underworld? What is?
I don't know what it is.
I'm going to call it limbo for now since I don't...
Waiting room.
And anybody know the technical term for where they are? Tim Burton, if you want to call us, let us know. Michael Keaton, General Tango, please call. The numbers on the bottom of your screen. No, but so he takes her down there, but before he takes her down there, he draws that chalk door outline, and then he has her say this Latin incantation. Who he says is the only way she can get to the underworld, because he's dead, he can go, but she has to say that before walking in,
which is a lie.
It is a lie. If you've seen the first film, Lydia just goes straight down there. Turns out this asshole tricked her into reading an incantation that says that she's going to swap her soul for his. So then he gets down there, and I didn't think he was going to reveal it to her. Did you?
No.
He straight out here. He goes, yeah, well, about that. Straight up tells her his plan.
Yep.
And is like, you're staying down here. I'm out. Thanks. Peace.
Total dick move.
Yeah, huge. But then, so then the mom finds out that this dude from the realtor that's selling her old house, that the kid killed his parents and then died when the cops showed up to get him
because he fell out.
He fell out of the treehouse because the cops were trying to get him down. So that's what he didn't tell.
That's when she realized, it's a trick.
Oh, yeah, and then she went, and then that's why she calls Beetlejuice up, and that's when he comes up and says the juice is loose. And then, which I was bummed that wasn't his intro to the movie, because that was a killer line. But anyway, the Netherworld?
Netherworld?
Oh, it's called the Netherworld. All right, cool. So I was close. Underworld and Limbo. I guess I wasn't. So then she calls him to get her down, and he's like, well, I'm going to need something from you.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing we didn't talk about, there's a woman haunting Beetlejuice in this film.
Yeah, I was going to say, you skipped a lot.
Turns out it's his ex-wife.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice was married.
In the first movie, he says he lived through the Black Plague, and he apparently is Spanish.
Yeah.
He's speaking fucking straight Spanish.
Is he, though? Because it was a straight-up voiceover.
Well, yeah.
And they were poking fun at
Spaniard. He's fucking... and he falls in love with her. Turns out she's like some part of some witch cult. Mm-hmm. They're called soul suckers or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Right? Which was a hint, like an adult joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Suck the soul out of you. Yeah. But yeah, so she married him so that she can take his soul, right? As sacrifice his soul.
Yes.
But so she poisoned him.
Monica Bellucci.
Yeah.
Dolores.
From The Matrix Reloaded.
Yes.
Now Beetlejuice, the gangster that he is, he drinks and then he gets poisoned and he's like, oh shit, you poisoned me? I got something for your ass. Takes out a shovel and slices her. He takes her with her. I was like, you're a gangster for that shit. I'm like, that's my guy. So then that's why she's after him, because he owes her his soul.
Yeah.
Is how she sees it. Explain this to me. Her soul sucking. How the fuck does that give her the bones?
Get rid of the bones?
Yeah. Because when she sucks the soul, they like accordion fold.
Yeah.
And then they just...
But she didn't do that to any living creature.
To be fair, she was in another world. There's nobody living down there.
But she was a soul sucker before she died.
No, I think she was doing that to become that. Because we never seen her do it before she got married to Beetlejuice.
Right. But what I'm saying,
she was part of that cult.
But she was already a soul sucker before.
Could she do that in the...
I'm assuming.
Well, see, that's where...
We don't know.
You might be wrong.
But we don't know.
Yeah, true.
But I saw that as... because they're dead and they're like...
She had to sacrifice them for something.
Yeah.
What was the sacrifice for? I thought it was to become an actual soul sucker. She was part of the coven, and that's what she needed to do to fully become a witch member.
Fair. I don't know. Either way, we get Danny DeVito.
Yes.
And then we get
he plays like a janitor.
Yeah, we get a reference to him playing another Tim Burton movie, Batman, and
with Michael Keaton.
Yes, and he drinks this
Drano, maybe cleaner, some kind of cleaner
or something,
and it's dribbling out of his mouth, and resembling
when Penguin dies and the black blood comes out of his mouth.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
and thank you for telling me.
I saw that as a.
You saw it right away. I didn't.
No, I'm saying like
that.
that's how I viewed it. I don't know if other people did too, but that's how I viewed it. I was like, oh shit, that's how Penguin died.
I would imagine because him, Michael Keaton, and Tim Burton did Batman, so why wouldn't they do that? For sure.
Yeah, because he had no other reason to be in the movie other than that cool cameo.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. His character didn't have any importance.
So how did she get into different pieces, multiple pieces like that?
Well, he that's how he killed her. He chopped her up and then he dies.
He chops her into that many pieces?
Yeah, dude. He went after her with a shovel, and then that's how she got cut up.
I saw that, but I didn't know it was that many pieces.
I'm thinking he's pissed. She got poisoned, so he's chopping her up.
Okay, fair
and then dies. And then they kept her separate because they probably knew what she was.
Yeah,
I would imagine. So then, Beetlejuice gets Lydia down. They're trying to save her. And who the fuck when Astrid Jenna Ortega gets taken out or is getting sent to the Soul Train, which I thought was funny.
So cool, super cute.
Yeah, really cute. On her way being dragged, her dad
Caesar
is fucking working at the airport terminal type, the train terminal type thing,
the concierge.
Yeah, and is stamping shit, and then he sees her with a bunch of piranha chewing on himself, so that's how he died.
Yeah,
that's why they couldn't find the body.
In the Amazon,
the piranhas ate his ass. So she sees him, and I was like,
he sees her.
No, she sees him first. She's getting pulled, and she's like, "Dad," and then that's when he looks, and he's like, "Astrid."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then, once Lydia finds Astrid. They get sent into the sandworm door. They go through there, and then that's where we see the claymation sandworm, just like how he was, the Beetlejuice sandworm, which I loved. I was like, yes, thank you so much. It was a lot crisper now, but it was still claymation style.
And it's weird that she went through there, and she's like, oh, we must be... Oh, she goes back with her mom, right?
Mars, right? Or Saturn?
No, it's Saturn's moon.
One of Saturn's moons, right? Yeah, because you see the ring of Saturn.
Yeah. Which is weird. Like, so why does space, the underworld and space, or whatever this fucking, why are they connected like that? That was weird.
Well, think of it this way: Earth, you can get to the netherworld from Earth. Why wouldn't you be able to do this from other planets?
Yeah,
it's just a portal into that netherworld. I would imagine the netherworld is universe. Adjacent, so it doesn't matter where in the universe you are, it's the netherworld.
Okay, fair enough.
So which was cool to see because we never knew where that place was.
Yeah.
So it was cool, like, oh, we got a little more on that.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And then the dad opens up a door, is like, take my hand, and then he saves them from the sandworm, which was nice. And then they have a really beautiful moment of like some closure, and he tells Astrid, don't be mad at your mom, because they get into the whole thing about his death and this and that. He doesn't want to see you guys,
and that he's been looking after them. He's been looking, and
he
shows up and he's like, "I see you guys fighting,"
and that's
which is weird. But she still can't see him.
I like that. Well, she can't see him because he's down there working. He's not just a ghost.
He said he sees them from afar.
Yeah, no, he said that he's been checking on them from afar. Right. Is that why you're saying she can't see him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he's down there working. A man's got a 9 to 5 in the netherworld. He can't take vacation days. So that's really sweet, dude. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, hearing that we just passed the anniversary of my brother's death, and literally his birthday was, what's today? The 9th?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 10th? The 10th. His birthday was 4 days ago. So I don't know, hearing that kind of made me feel really good, like, oh, maybe there's like he's been watching in on me and checking in on me, so it kind of touched my heart a little bit. And made me just feel nice.
Agreed.
Yeah, so I mean, that was just a nice moment to see, but like just for the mom and the daughter to get that kind of like
closure.
Counseling.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say closure, just counseling. Asher definitely got that closure from her dad.
Yeah.
For sure, dude. She needed that for sure. And then they get back, and then Beetlejuice tries marrying her, and then the ex-wife shows up to the wedding, and it's like,
yeah.
I gotta suck some souls here tonight. And then
goodness.
Beetlejuice is like, hey, take this fucker.
Real. I hated that guy from the beginning, bro. He was such a slime ball.
Oh, dude, his whole like pandering bullshit. That's why I like that Astrid called him out on it.
Yeah.
She's like, listen, dude, I see your ass. You ain't fooling nobody here.
Then Beetlejuice hits him with like some truth serum, and then he fucking spills the beans. And
yeah, he was just with it for the money, and like he just trolled grief circles, which was an asshole thing to do.
Yeah, it gave me like Wedding Crasher vibes.
Yeah, for sure. When they
go to the
funerals, dude, to hit on the bereaved, like that's some cold shit, dude. Like, which I feel like happened to me at my brother's funeral.
What?
No joke, dude. I think a girl was there for that reason.
Well,
some friend of mine showed up there, and I felt like was there just to hit on me.
That's weird.
Yeah.
There are people. So you know those TikToks where like what's the word I'm looking for? Second date updates.
Okay.
You know what those are?
Yes.
So there was one where this guy like really liked some girl. No, this girl really liked the guy that she met, and they met at a funeral. Well, apparently the family paid this person to go to the funeral, and he's like, oh, I so like obviously he doesn't know it's a second. He doesn't know what a second date update is, and so he's talking to the radio
he's
people.
Spilling the beans,
and he's like, yeah, I was hired by the family to go help her grieve, so I did my job, and you know that's why I haven't really hit her back up because I feel bad.
Hold on, time out. Because I'm starting to think of the movies like with Jennifer Lawrence where the mom and dad pay her to be a girlfriend to the boy. Is it that situation, or they hired him to be a shoulder to lean on?
Both, to help her get through the grieving, and like
why was it a boyfriend of hers that died?
No. It was just somebody, and then so they
in their family.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then they slept together, and he slept with her, and he felt bad because he slept with her. Because he was meant to just help.
If you're hired, you don't sleep with somebody, dude.
It happened, nonetheless. So he's like, yeah, I feel really bad, but, I did my part. She seemed happy, and I got paid, and I didn't want to.
I did my part.
Yeah, he didn't want to, like.
Poor choice of words.
Yeah, he didn't want to continue leading her on.
Yeah.
He's like, because I had a good time. He's like, but I felt guilty. And
I messed up.
Yeah, and I didn't want to have that be a thing, like in the future. So she's like, my family did what? She's like speaks into after the whole beans get spilled, dude. Fucking crazy.
What did he say after that?
He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she's like, oh, I gotta talk to my family. I can't believe they did this to me.
Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad at the dude.
No.
You're out there making a paycheck. I'd have been pissed that you slept with me, but not that you did what you did because you're out there making a paycheck. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, dude. Some of these second date updates are fucking crazy.
That's more bullshit on the parents. That's crazy.
Oh, I don't know. It didn't say parents. He just said their family.
The family.
He never said parents, so I don't know.
My family don't love me enough to hire somebody to date me.
Just goes through very bad depression, so maybe a person would have.
Yeah, I don't know the backstory on the chick.
So you get them counseling, not a fucking false date.
Yeah, agreed.
Pay for fucking BetterHelp.
Yeah.
Sponsored by BetterHelp. No, so then Lydia opens up a door, brings a sandworm in, and then he goes into this whole...
Well, by taking
the book, right?
The grandma's lipstick, I think, and she's like, I need something to draw.
Yeah.
So she draws the box with lipstick, and then comes out.
And then Beetlejuice goes into this Matador mode where he's like doing the cape with the sandworm, and then he eats the ex-wife and the shithole boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then he's like tries to get married, and Lydia or Ash is like, you took her to the underworld. According to that book, that nulls the marriage certificate, and then it goes up in flames.
Yeah.
And then
he explodes. Yeah, he inflates.
Is that when that happens? Yeah. I thought. Oh yeah. And then this fucking guy who we didn't really talk about this movie, but Willem Dafoe plays this like actor who was playing a detective, and he's hunting down Beetlejuice because apparently he works for like the police in the netherworld. And he's super cheesy, like
dude,
noir detective, where it's just like he goes into monologues and he's like, I gotta do this, and his secretary always hands him coffee he never fucking drinks. And then you notice that shit?
Yeah.
Every time he walks in a scene, she hands him a coffee, and then he's just sitting there talking, and he throws the coffee away. I'm like, my guy, drink the fucking coffee. It's hot. She made it for you. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? But I loved his character.
Oh, it was
his
hilarious.
Character was
you
so
could
good.
Tell he improved it. He improved a lot.
You think so?
I think so. Absolutely.
All right. I wouldn't put it past him. Willem Dafoe is just a genius.
Yeah.
But can we have a moment of silence for the great Bob? Really quick.
Bob.
Who held down Beetlejuice's. He was Beetlejuice's right-hand man.
Oh, my God. The shrunken head dude?
Yeah, dude. Bob. Shout out Bob doing his thing.
He was fucking shitting bricks.
Did you see how much he was sweating?
Under the
desk?
He was like... when she came looking for him?
When she came, he's in the... like, he was just shivering. Like, he looked like a little chihuahua. Just
fucking hilarious.
Sweating bullets, dude. I'm like, hey, but I would too. That girl fucking sucks your soul and not in a good way. You know what I mean? But shout out to him, man. He held it down for Beetlejuice. He was Beetlejuice's guy. Yeah, and that's the movie, man. I think the little musical number was kind of weird at the wedding.
Oh,
that's right.
She gets fucking conned into...
Good fucking for her. Okay? She is milking the shit out of her husband's funeral. Doing all this shit to boost up her stuff.
Yeah.
And then she buys defanged snakes.
Devenomed.
No, it was not. She paid extra for it, and it was not devenom. It was defanged. It was defanged things. As soon as she lets them out the boxes, the things come up, and they're like, fucking full fangs. And then she's like, wait, what? Oh, fucking dies because she was doing some kind of like seance to him. Only for views, dude.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we like to bring out our snakes. No, I'm just kidding.
Mine are at home.
No, you do have snakes. Yeah. Oh, we should have had them. Oh, man.
Yeah, for real.
Anyway, so yeah, and then she dies. It goes down to the netherworld and goes full Karen. Yeah. I'm not supposed to be here. Like, but how cute. She reunites with her husband.
Yeah,
and the Soul Train.
That's pretty cute.
And the Soul Train is literally the Soul Train.
Yeah, they
like have dancing, 70s Afro guys.
Like,
dancing to what song was that?
I don't remember.
Oh fuck! It was one of those old school songs where it's about soul. The Soul Train was the song. I think
probably was. Yeah.
The Soul Train. Yeah, I think that's a song. We're gonna go with that. But yeah, it was a really good movie, guys.
So what's your stone rating?
I'm gonna go a solid 4 stones for this one. For me.
Too.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's nothing's ever gonna top the first one.
No, I don't think so either.
I can't touch it. I think I will say this. It kept true to the first one.
Yeah.
It didn't try to do more.
No.
It didn't try to modernize it.
Yeah.
It stayed true to it was a through and through sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And oh God in heaven. That's a prime example of doing too much.
Yes.
The shit there. I mean, we won't.
It's called the first one's called Beetlejuice. The other one's called Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Do you think there's going to be a third one?
Yes.
I feel like there has to be because they say the name 3 times.
So here's my thing. Here's my thing with that. Name a Tim Burton trilogy.
Well,
can't.
It's not really a trilogy.
He does,
but they're all connected.
Different things, but they're all connected.
Yeah, like Corpse Bride.
Yeah, I get that. Well, that's
Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's more him. That's more him Easter egging him in his projects.
Well, they're saying I don't know about Easter egging because like the Frankenweenie is the little dog that dies. It's supposed to be Zero.
Correct, and I get that, but he didn't release these movies as a trilogy. He didn't say, "Hey, this is the next one." They're just little things in each movie that represent one of his old films.
Yeah.
So it's like an Avengers movie.
I
throwing back
him
to
telling one full story,
different ways. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at different points in time.
Right.
Yeah.
But in no way is it a trilogy. And it's set up to be Beetlejuice, 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 Beetlejuice. That'd be the coolest trilogy ever fucking made. But I don't know, dude. With Michael Keaton getting up there in age, I don't know how much more acting he's gonna do.
Yeah, that's true.
He's still killing it.
Yeah.
He's still fucking doing his thing. Oh, God.
What?
The dream sequence, did that shit get you?
The dream sequence.
At the end. With Astrid seeing a guy, marrying the guy, getting pregnant.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I thought it was and this is where I was like, okay, this is the last movie because we're getting a little sequence of a timeline sequence of Astrid going off, living her life, getting married, living a happy life after getting past her dad's death. And fucking Lydia wakes up because Beetlejuice baby comes out of fucking Astrid.
Yeah, what the fuck?
And didn't get how that happened. But then she wakes up from a nightmare next to Beetlejuice and then wakes up again. And I'm like, what in the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's Russian nesting
so
doll
weird.
dreams. Like, goddamn. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever woken up from a dream but still been in a dream?
An Inception? Inception? No. That's what it's called, Inception.
Oh, is that the actual
A dream
word?
within a dream, yeah. That's why the movie's called Inception.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a dream within a dream.
Interesting.
I've never had that, though.
I've had it to where I knew I was dreaming. You ever have that shit?
Knew I was dreaming?
Like, knew what you were in was a dream. You ever had kind of like outer body experience type shit?
No, the only out of body experience I've had was a little scary. It was like sleep paralysis. And it was just a shadow. And I was...
You've had one of those?
Dude, it's the scariest fucking thing ever.
Dude, that's a legit like haunting almost.
Yeah.
Where you physically feel like something's holding you down.
Yeah. So,
dude, I'm so glad I met somebody that's gone through that. Sorry.
Fuck you.
Sorry, but no. But bucket,
scary,
no,
dude.
Like, I'm sorry that you went through that, but bucket list, dude, I met somebody that's actually gone through that.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
On this episode of Till the End of the Line podcast.
Say you're glad you met somebody that's gone through that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck you.
When have you gone through that? When? You told me about the little ghost boy in your room, but never that you've gotten sleep paralysis. You've told me that? That's fucking been with you 12 years, man. I don't remember everything you fucking say to me.
Wait, so you know what sleep paralysis is? Like, where we're like...
I was laying down, but it's like I wanted to scream, I wanted to yell,
yes.
I wanted to get up, but I couldn't.
You could not. And your eyes are open.
Yeah.
And you're looking...
Like,
Yes. Okay, then yes. She has sleep paralysis. That's exactly what I had.
remember. I don't know if I remember you saying
I
that.
was talking about
My stepbrother, Angelo? Oh, okay. Yeah, oh, all right. You know what I think that is?
You seen him? Like he was the ghost?
No, she was talking about that experience to him.
He was there and you're like,
Oh, see, that's why I don't remember, because I was a third party to that conversation. I wasn't in it. You weren't telling me directly. So in your face. Anyway, you know what I think that is? Because you know how we have a chemical in our brain that puts us in paralysis so that we don't act out our dreams.
Okay.
That's what I think people that sleepwalk are deficient in that. And that's why they do that.
There's a logical explanation to it, I'm sure.
That's what I think it is.
My situation
is that your conscience wakes up before that chemical dies down, and I think that's what that is.
Well, the tricky thing is because I wasn't the only one in the house that had it.
Oh shit! That could be explained by the same thing. But go ahead.
Now,
if you're all telling me
my old landlord. Yeah, we saw the same entity. So my ex.
Before you start the story, when you had the paralysis, were you right there on 42nd Campus?
No, my last apartment on 43rd.
Because the alley, remember, it's haunted.
Yeah.
It was because of that.
Is that where you had yours? Yeah. Oh shit!
You would tell me like weird things would happen at that house.
Okay,
so when my ex father-in-law, he saw a little boy. He sees things. So he saw a little boy in that building, which was creepy. He talked to him.
I don't do the little kid ghosts.
I fucking dismissed it. I'm like, I don't feel it. I usually have a good feeling when something's weird happening. I've seen some goofy shit, some spooky shit before.
I was like,
Not Goofy. I've seen some.
You've seen like a clown.
Oh, absolutely. For Halloween?
I'm saying, I'm so down for that shit. Let's go.
Okay.
Send in spooky stories that you've gone through.
Oh, do we do the, like, am I the asshole, but, like, tell me about your spooky story shit?
Listen, you people. Fucking comment, please.
Yes.
All right. Send us scary stories that you've gone through. Don't make if you want to make shit up and it's believable, go for it.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know. Send us that in, and we will put out any information that you want us. We will hide any information that you want us to hide. We can keep it purely anonymous. Anonymous. I'm getting excited. We'll keep anything anonymous that you guys want us to. But we want stories. We want to do like a scary story episode for Halloween.
Down. We need an audio here.
But we need people that have gone through stuff, have had people that they know gone through stuff, whatever it is. Don't tell me about an episode of fucking Ghost Adventures that you fucking saw. And there was this one where I've seen them all. Yeah. I'll recognize this shit. I'm like, that's a fucking. They were in Texas. I saw that shit.
You mean Zach, Nick, and Aaron were there?
Like. Oh, that's who this is. No, send us that shit because we so want to do that. We got to flood our Instagram with this.
Yes, I'm down.
I'm down to dress up.
Yeah.
Like
see my face
weird
though?
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like goofy. Give me a Beetlejuice costume or at least the wig, and I'll wear that shit. And I'll put the makeup on and the eyes. I'll do it.
That's cool.
I'll do it. Yes, please, people. Please get in on this. I want to do this episode so bad. All right, so that's Beetlejuice for you guys.
You want me to finish my story?
No, she said save it.
Save it?
Yeah, save it for that episode. Fuck that.
We'll save it.
We're going to cliffhanger you guys, so you guys have to come back for that shit. Part that to be continued on your asses. Yeah. So that was Beetlejuice. We highly recommend this film, guys. If you grew up with Beetlejuice, you're going to love it. Hopefully you've seen it and we didn't just ruin it for you guys. Usually I think a lot of our people that watch it either don't care about spoilers or have seen it already. Because I've talked to people that haven't seen it and they're like, oh no, I'll watch it. They're like, I don't care about spoilers. So
I don't think it's a cult favorite because there's a classic end to it. But like I don't think anyone's worried about spoilers for this because it's not like there's going to be 100 more fucking iterations of this.
That's true. There's nothing vital to the story where it's like, oh, you know what?
Yeah,
maybe the fact that he was a ghost might be it. We might have taken that little part away, but
in the beginning there will be spoilers.
I'll put that. Yeah. So, I'll give you guys a warning, like we always do. So that's gonna do it for us. We absolutely love this film. We hope Michael Keaton does another and Tim Burton do another Beetlejuice. Like we said, that Beetlejuice would be dope.
Oh, what's he doing there? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit. The camera falls. Like, oh, my God. All right, so thank you guys for joining us yet again. And Kike, even in the netherworld, I'm with you.
Till the end of the line.
Thanks.